Hey gamehead, 2023 is 7 months in and there have been a lot of new game releases, but with the rest of the year still very much ahead, there are still upcoming games that are really good. So let's talk about 10 upcoming mobile games to look out for. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and as usual, let's get on with the video, shall we? First off, we have ZENLESS 0. In 2022, MiHoYo, the developing team behind the insanely popular and huge open world anime game Genshin Impact, announced a brand new action hack and slash title. Set in a sci-fi post-apocalyptic world, you take on the role of a group of makeshift defenders of New Erondo, the last standing metropolis, as you battle creatures from another world called the Interior. The game setting has a kind of anime feel to it, especially if you are into shonen ones like Fire Force, with the whole mechanics really centered around spectacular combat in a kind of semi-open world. Like I said, the combat is the most interesting factor, with pretty amazing visuals to boot. Thanks to the recent showcase in Southeast Asia, we get a kind of sneak peek into the character's ability and overall gameplay mechanics. On close inspection, the game does still bear most of its fighting mechanics from Genshin, but off the particle effect as well as the combos. There isn't much info that I could find concerning the release date, since there are multiple showcases and rumors of an upcoming beta. It's fun to speculate that we'll probably see it released soon, maybe in 2024. At number 9 is part of Exile. And before we begin, please like the video, it really does help, and comment down if you find my voice hard to understand so I can know what to do about it. Okay, let's continue. Part of Exile is a game that I have talked about here in a previous video, and based on the trailer during the time, they promised quite a lot. For those that are unfamiliar, Part of Exile is a Diablo-like hack and slash dungeon crawler that was quite massive in the PC community. The developers, Grinding Gear Games, decided to bring the same aesthetics to mobile devices, and get this, they promised no microtransaction. Something totally unheard of. According to an interview and a recent showcase, the game is still very much in its infancy, but it's clearly a bite-sized version of the PC variant with engaging hack and slash action around a smaller map. The release date is still something that's quite far away, as the company is currently working on a new PC game at the moment. This likely means that Part of Exile for mobile will probably be only released after they are done with their recent title. So what do you think? Is it going to be precisely what they promised? Are we about to have another Diablo mobile incident on our hands? Let me know in the comment section. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis takes the 8th spot. The Final Fantasy series is one known to all gamers. Whether you find it good or bad, the long-running series has seen great success. Ever Crisis is the upcoming mobile-inclusive title that spins off from the 1997 Final Fantasy VII. The gameplay is pretty much the same as their original, with the iconic turn-based active time battle system. I definitely haven't played any of the Final Fantasy games. Maybe I did play the pocket version of 15, which I didn't complete, so I'm kind of excited to see what this franchise is really about. The game will be free to play with gacha content and is set on releasing on the 7th of September, which is quite close. Who was excited for Battlefield Mobile? Well, I wasn't. I was more of a President guy myself. But for fans of both games, it was devastating when they were cancelled. But why am I bringing up old news? Well, I kind of found a substitute for Battlefield, created by a lovely indie company, and it's titled WARFRAME Mobile. Now for this game, I stumbled on it while I was making this list, thanks to a tap-tap notification, and the game looks absolutely great. The YouTube reviews have also been favorable, and for a small company like Blaze Games, you can see the love and care put into the game. The game plays a lot like Battlefield, with massive campaign multiplayer action, helicopter warfare, tanks, lots of tanks. The actual gameplay is pretty good, at least that's what the reviews say, and the movement and gunfire looks smooth as well. The graphics looks great, and since it's still in its development stage, there's still a lot of room for improvement. It's still in the alpha second testing at the moment and has reportedly been in development for a long time. So an actual release date isn't something that's available at the moment, but if you want to check out the game, you can go pre-register for the alpha testing on TapTap. Okay, let's continue with Little Nightmares at number 7, not to be mistaken with the already available Very Little Nightmares. For those who do not know, Little Nightmares is a grotesquely and beautifully creepy horror title. In 2022, Playdigious announced that they were working on a mobile port which was supposed to be available on March but was delayed. The gameplay sees you playing as Six, a hungry little girl in a yellow raincoat, trying to escape the Maw, an iron vessel inhabited by grotesque twisted monsters. You traverse platforms, solve puzzles, and try not to be eaten in the process. Its puzzle mechanics, jump scare moments, and mysterious lore had me, a scary cat that can't handle horror quite well, watching the gameplay on YouTube. For fans of the genre, however, buckle up cause the game will hit your screen sometime in 2023. Rainbow Six Siege is 6th on the list. For those that are unfamiliar, Rainbow Six Siege is a popular tactical shooter created by Ubisoft and is quite popular on console and PC. And with the company expanding mobile with many titles, we get to experience this well-received game. The gameplay involves two groups of 5 teammates that take on the role of either the attacker or the defender as they participate in missions related to their roles. The game is iconic, however, for its emphasis on environmental destruction, which leads to a unique style gameplay that the characters' abilities are also built upon. It's a very competitive tactical game that requires time to master, with fast-paced combat and strategic gameplay being its core. The game modes remain the same as the original, but there is an announced deathmatch mode to better help the players get a feel of the game. About its release, there isn't an official specific date, just a promise about it releasing sometime in 2023. But as far as you are pre-registered, you can still participate in their ongoing 6 weeks beta testing available in selected regions. Okay, let's continue at number 5 with WARCRAFT ARCLIGHT RUMBLE. To be honest, I actually thought I missed the release date of this one because it has been a while since I last talked about it. ARCLIGHT Rumble is a mobile variant that expands on Blizzard Entertainment's World of Warcraft. The gameplay this time takes a tactical approach where you spawn troops with gold and the intention of capturing strategic bases, defeating the enemy leader to win. Think of it as more of a tower defense game mixed with mobile game elements. The selling point is the featured list of character units from the main franchise. These units are further divided into 5 main families: Alliance, Horde, Beast, Undead, and Blackrock. And if you have no idea what I just said, well, me too. Anyways, it's going to be free to play with massive single campaigns and competitive PvP modes. It is scheduled to release this November. Okay, at the number 4th spot is Ubisoft's new Assassin's Creed game made strictly for mobile, Assassin's Creed codenamed Jade. This time we are playing in China with a promised huge explorable open world experience backed up with amazing console graphics and sweet looking combat. But does it really play like an OG Assassin's title? Well, let's wait and find out. The plotline is set in 3rd century unified China, during the era of trade and cultural exchange between the East and the West. You play as the adopted child of Master Wei Yu, I hope I said that right, who is on a quest for revenge after your close friend is betrayed. But as you delve deeper into your mission, you uncover secrets about the past and a powerful force that threatens to destroy everything you hold dear. A pretty good premise for an Assassin's Creed title, and seemingly filled with accurate lore and cultural information. I personally can't wait to have it on my device, though I seriously doubt it to play because of my potato phone. The game is still in development at the moment, but there is an ongoing beta test in North America and Central Europe with 500 slots available only. The game, when launched, will be free to play, but there isn't any release date in sight, so we'll likely have to wait till 2024. Okay, taking the 3rd spot is a massive one, a game that's arguably the most anticipated game of 2023, Call of Duty Warzone. The announcement in 2022 was quite huge and was right after the launch of Apex Legends, so it was like a competitive smash. Now, if you are new to the whole mobile gaming community, which is likely the only reason you haven't heard of Call of Duty, Warzone is the mobile port of its console and PC counterpart. A battle royale action shooter that drops a team of skilled soldiers into a shrinking map to duke it out for the last man standing. The difference factor, however, is the Gulag, a pseudo-death arena where you can battle enemies to gain a chance at revival when killed. It's like a direct port from PC to mobile that offers crush progression and with very little difference in game mechanics. The gameplay looks amazing and I can't wait to experience it, but the graphics still needs a lot of work cause right now they honestly look like dog shit. especially compared to the most mobile games like Apex Legends and even their COD mobile counterparts. Its release date is still not confirmed accurately, and with a lot of technicality issues and bad news concerning the development, we can only hope and pray that it is finally released this November. Next up at number 2 is another shooting game title, and to be honest, I wasn't too keen on adding this one, but its popularity demanded it. VALORANT MOBILE, the mobile port of the Counter-Strike alternative that swept the PC community by storm in 2019, collecting a strong fan base and even stronger pro players. In 2022, alongside most games on this list, it was announced that they are in the works of a mobile variant of VALORANT. The gameplay consists of 5-on-5 elimination matches involving 2 teams and a bomb. One team is tasked with disarming it, while the other is tasked with guarding it, but either team also wins if they eliminate all enemy squad mates. Now, the game is really similar to Counter-Strike and can be brutally competitive, and with special abilities added to the equation, it really ups the immersive factor. The release date, however, is still a thing of great debate, as there are recent rumors or news that Riot Games are pulling back the game from Tencent developers and building it in-house from scratch. Will that affect the initial speculated launch date? Well, probably, but the game is still up for pre-registration, so that's that. At number 1 spot is a game that I'm most excited for, WARFRAME MOBILE. To be honest, when the teaser gameplay was first released, I believed that it was some kind of prank because it didn't look like a mobile game. From the graphics, feel the particle effect to the smooth looking gameplay and gorgeous destruction, it just didn't seem playable on mobile devices. For those that are in the dark as to why I'm so excited, well, WARFRAME is an action multiplayer third-person shooter developed by Digital Series. It has a lot of following thanks to its role-playing, intricate ability system, and diverse character selection. In WARFRAME, players take on the role of Tenno, an ancient race of cybernetic warriors living in a futuristic suit that gives them incredible powers. After millennia of hibernation, they emerge from their cryogenic tombs to find a universe at war and a very dark future. Players are challenged to fight against space enemies, explore entire planets, obtain their own ships, and upgrade their combat suits to have totally unique abilities. Thanks to a recent showcase, the game is aimed at cross-play across all platforms, and with mobile added to the list, I'm excited to see how it will play out. Now, before we all get worked up, there isn't any release date announced at the moment, but pre-registration in TapTap is ongoing. And with that, we are done with today's list. Now, which upcoming game are you most excited for? We've conversed quite a lot. Let me know in the comment section. And if you are still watching this horrible show, I can't thank you quite enough. And could you do me one more favor by liking the video and subscribing to probably get more rubbish? I'm out though.